Morning, it's Alex Robertson, Operations Section Chief with Portland NIMO, and today's your operational briefing for the 416 fire for July 2nd. Overall, pretty quiet day on the fire yesterday as expected, with a little bit of moderating fire behavior. We'll start on operations up on the Branch 3, the north end up at Purgatory Ski Area. Yesterday, moved a few more resources, as I mentioned, in there to get familiar, to understand the systems. There'll be more of that today. We've got a few more resources in that'll be along the 550 road and the Purgatory Ski Area, just to familiarize themselves and understand how those systems work and if and when we ever need to use them. Fire movement in the northeast corner was pretty minimal yesterday. As you can see from the IR, we had a few areas that moved maybe a quarter to a third of a mile. Nothing real active and nothing too concerning for us. We're just continuing to monitor from air, paying real close attention to where it's at, what it's doing, and what kind of fuels it's getting into. We expect to see the same thing today, with the fire behavior and fire weather today being very similar to yesterday. As we move down the 550 corridor, all was quiet. Continued to monitor and doing a little bit of cleanup. E, F, and G. Still feeling really good down there. We have a few engines patrolling, making sure that all those systems are still in place and ready to go. And then Division Hotel, where we've been doing a lot of our prescribed or our burnout to bring everything up to the 171 road. We completed all the aerial ignition yesterday, so no more helicopter ignition. Now it's just a little bit of hand lighting to tie a few pieces together. What we found in there is we tied fire into the Olga Little Mountain, and we're right up around 10,200 feet, and the fuels really aren't available up there anymore. So we've got to where we want to go, and we're just going to continue holding that and making sure that we continue to keep that in place, and that should be looking really good here in the next few days. The west side of the fire in Division Oscar in the wilderness had a few little areas of growth, but very minimal. Overall, the fire grew about 1,700 acres. Which is quite a bit less than it's been growing, and some of that was our burnout, completing our burnout here in Buck Creek, and then the rest of it was just a few little areas around the fire that continue just to kind of eat away a little bit, but no major runs. We'll still see smoke production out of the fire as all this goes unchecked, most likely settling in the valleys in the 550 corridor. One thing to note for today, Purgatory's opening. We're well coordinated with the ski hill and all their activities, and feel pretty good about being able to both protect that asset along with having our folks up there while their limited operations are going. So that's good news. For that, we'll call it a day, and hope to see you tomorrow.